What's up guys, I'm back with another tutorial on Photoshop. This time it's not changing your eye colour, it's changing your hair colour. So you want to start by opening up your Photoshop. This will work in any Photoshop. I'm using CS5 in this case. And then you want to start with a blank canvas, like nothing open. And then you want to choose a picture. I'm using the same picture as what I use for the eye colour, because the hair seems pretty easy to do on this image. So then you want to get your picture and drag it into Photoshop and then letting go. That will create the size or the dimensions of the canvas which fit the photo. Then you want to go down to the background layer. You want to double click on it and then click OK to unlock it. And then what I like to do is, on the actual image, to soften up the skin a little bit, make sure you're selecting the actual layer. There should only be one in this case, and then go to filter at the top, and then go down to blur, and then go down to surface blur, and then you want to change the radius to 2 pixels and the threshold to 10 levels, so then it'll make a slight difference. Okay, and that's done. And now you want to make a new layer by going down to the bottom right and then clicking this little folded paper image, and then once you've done that, you'll get layer 1. You want to go down to this circle, which is half black and half white. You want to click on that, and then you want to go to hue and saturation, click that, and then you should get this. It might not open up here, it might open up anywhere else, but it should be the same sort of box and icons. So then you go to the hue, and you want to change the middle pointer to the left, so it goes to -6. That's the hue. And then the saturation, you want to change to -15 by going to the left. So do that, and then leave the lightness the same, like directly in the middle, so it's 0. And now if you go down to your picture layer, so layer 0 in this case, you then want to make sure you've got the default colours. So by clicking D on the keyboard, that will change them, and then X on the X on the keyboard will switch them around, so like D, X, D, X, D, X down there. And then once you've selected your layer, you want to click Q, and then that'll put you into quick select mode. As you can see, the layer down the bottom right has gone like grey and the text has gone black. That's like quick select mode. And then you want to go to your brush icon on the left, and then up to your brush selection tool, and then I find it easier to use the block colours, like the plain circles with no blur around them. So choose the second circle, and then keep the hardness up to 100% all the way to the right, and then the size you want to change to about 40, depending on like your hair colour. Hair size. I can't speak today. Hair size. Mine's quite small, so I'm going to change to about 40. And then making sure you're still on your same layer and it's still grey in quick select, you want to start using the left mouse click and then start drawing on it, and it will be red, but don't worry, this is just basically a selection, a basic selection colour. So just go with all of the hair. You want to paint it or colour it or whatever in this red colour by on the quick select. So you want to go around the whole of the hair, making sure you go on just the hair. It doesn't matter if you go on the skin a little bit, but you don't want to go on the skin too much, because then you'll change the skin colour to like pink or something, which is a bit weird. So you want to go around the whole of the hair, changing all of the colour, and then when you get the little bits like down here on the forehead, you want to change the brush size down a little bit, and then it'll find much easier. And using Control and then plus will zoom you in, and then Control minus will zoom you out, obviously. So then you want to colour the whole thing in. It does take quite a while, and it's the most tedious part of the whole thing. So I'm going to pause the video and then I'll resume it when I've coloured all of our hair in. So I'll see you in a minute. I'm back. As you can see, I've coloured all of the hair in. The bit about the forehead is, I've left that, like, I've gone around it where it's like pure hair, and then like the thin bits of hair I've just left out a little bit, because they're really hard to get perfect, like going over them perfect. Okay. What I didn't mention is, because the DX, it switches the colours down here, it's the same principle on here. The D actually colours and selects Then you got the X. If you click X, it deletes it. So obviously you want to switch around, and that could come in handy. So then once you've done that, making sure you've still selected the layer, you want to click Q, which will come up with this sort of dotted line, which is selecting everything. And then to select just the hair, you want to click Control and then Shift and then I, and that will select just the hair. Then what do you want to do now? We'll choose a, actually no, don't have to choose colour yet. Okay, from here all you have to do is go up to filter, no, sorry, where is it, image. If you're using if you're using Photoshop Elements, you'll have to go to, I think it's enhance, I'm not too sure, but on my Photoshop you need to go to image at the top, adjustments, and then you want to try and find hue and saturation, and then click that, and then from here you can change the colour of the hair. As you can see, obviously changing the hue will change just the colour itself, and then the lightness, that's pretty much what it says, it's light and dark. If you want to get like a really realistic colour, you're just gonna have to sort of play around until you find the right saturation and lightness and that. You see, from red hair you can go straight to, like, see, that's probably her natural hair, like around that colour, and then you can change it to anything. Like, I'll probably change it to pink. No, I'll change it to blue, but I'll change it to so you get grey as well. But yeah, I'll change it to that blue. Okay, then once you've chose your colour, you can't really choose it again because it's quite hard to go over it again like you just done. So click OK, and then go up to your little marquee tool up here, and then just select that and just click, and as you can see, it has changed the colour of the hair. But like I said, if you do miss out, it's just for example purposes, if you do miss out some of the red, it will show up. So if you take your time on it, as you can see around here, if you take your time on it, it will turn out pretty good. But from a far away look, it is pretty cool. So it does work. That's it really. You can change it to loads of different colours. So say if I wanted to change it to, say if I go back to where should I go back to? There. And then say if I make another layer, so one above it, I can change the colour. If I go to image, adjustment, hue, saturation, change colour of it again. So say if I change it to green, leave it, marquee tool, click just to unselect, and then on the top layer, if you select your rubber tool and then go up to the top, choose the first one or the third or the fifth one, just choose the soft one, hardness all the way down, biggish size. Then on the top layer, you can delete some of the hair, and it will like create this cool effect around the bottom of the hair. Like you can do anything you like, so it does turn out pretty cool. That's it really. If you got any comments or anything to talk to me about, any tips or anything, just message me on Facebook or on my YouTube channel. So that's it. Cheers for watching. I hope you found it interesting. It was quite interesting, but it is hard and it does take quite long. So I'll see you in my next video, which will probably be another photo enhancing tutorial on Photoshop. So cheers for watching.